V. How's it going, everyone? You're listening to Split View with me, Geordie, and
Split View.
in the chair across from me is Split View. Yay! Thank you for listening, everyone. That's it. See you next week.
We can't keep doing that. We do that all the time.
We don't do that every week.
We do that every other fucking
All right.
episode.
Shut up, Tom. Because there's an
Geordie.
exciting
Fuck you.
fucking thing happening tomorrow, and you know what that is?
I'm dying.
He's dying. Yeah, he's turning 22, not 23. I nearly fucking said 23. I'm not going to lie to you. I nearly just said fucking 23.
You didn't know it was my birthday.
I actually did know it was your birthday because I have these things saved in my phone.
Okay, cool.
But we have, it's a very, very special week this week. You know, we had my dad's birthday a few weeks ago, and now it's Tom's birthday.
When was your dad's birthday again? What day was your dad's birthday?
The 19th.
Oh, the 19th, Geordie.
Yeah,
Oh,
Let's not fucking dox me, okay? I don't need to be...
It's funny because this makes no fucking sense.
No, it doesn't. I'm just taking a drink here. I'm so excited for Tom's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have a nice gift planned, although you probably expect it, but who cares?
Okay.
It's going to be good anyway. So everyone say happy birthday to Tom and mail dead things to him because he likes that.
That'd be pretty cool.
Specifically roadkill or humans if you've got
So
any.
you can feed it to tigers.
Exactly, yeah. That's a good segue, Tom. Yeah. I wanted to talk about... This is one of my main things. This is just an extra thing. I want to talk about the Tiger King.
Let's talk about how, in sync we are. Because I was in VR and Geordie came over. He opened the door without consent or anything. He just opened it, walked into my house. And then I was kind of chatting to him and I was like, oh, have you seen the Tiger King? And then Geordie was like, oh, I have. And I was going to talk about it. So we just happened to both watch it and then want to talk about it.
It is fucking massive at the moment, this Tiger King shit.
Yeah.
It is fucking taken off. Mostly because what the actual fuck?
It's pretty crazy.
That's the best way to sum up that show. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. It's the number one in every country in the fucking moment. So
it's definitely better than Making a Murderer, I think.
Yeah, I sort of got a bit bored of Making a Murderer. I remember how big it was at the time, but every episode was just kind of the same. Whereas you spend every minute watching the Tiger King and something fucking whack that you don't expect happens. And I'm like, what? I think I watched the whole thing except for one episode in a night. And there's 6 or 7 episodes and they're an hour long.
Yeah, same here.
I watched them all in one hit because I just couldn't stop. It was it's like a car crash.
In slow motion. You get that quote wrong every single time.
Well
it's like a car crash in slow motion. You just can't take your eyes off
it's just like a car crash. It's you don't want to look, but you can't look away.
Okay, cool.
So what's any more?
It's a quote from the Scout from TF2.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sure.
That's where it originates from.
Mm-hmm. But I think everyone should give it a watch because it's pretty fucking interesting, and I can guarantee you've never seen anything like it because it is very fucking strange. It's about a group of weird guys with weird names with weird hobbies who do weird shit. If you watch it, you will not have a dull moment. Which you have watched it, and if you finished it, it means that it was interesting enough.
Comparing it to Making a Murderer, like you said, every episode was kind of the same. It was Alvin, I think his name was, killed someone. Oh, did he? Ooh.
The next episode. Oh, did he kill someone or did he not kill someone? Who knows?
Here's an actual retarded person.
Yeah.
Oh, is that testimony correct? Well, sorry, mentally disabled. And then, but with this, you think, with Tiger King, you think you know what's about, and then suddenly it's just
and then
whoa.
Suddenly someone kills themselves, or someone goes to prison, or someone is actually a drug smuggler, or it's like a fucking soap opera.
Yeah.
The whole thing is I wouldn't be surprised if Joe turned around and said, "I'm pregnant," after all this. He just... The amount of twists and shit that's in this fucking story is hilarious.
Like a shitty kind of, reality TV kind of show.
Yeah, exactly. It's so fucked that I know they can't have made it up. You can't make that up.
Yeah, no, it's
you cannot make that up.
It's too complex, and they'd be too good actors to even do that.
I mean, him running for fucking president, and then the governor.
That's wild.
And Yeah, I knew I had heard something about it before, and it turns out that it was on an episode of Last Podcast.
Oh,
they actually
okay.
was speaking about him in 2018 when he was running.
Wow.
And they were like, hey, this guy's fucking nuts. And then 2 years later, all this stuff comes out.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, no wonder I knew that there was some guy who had like a weird sex cult and had tigers and shit before all this.
Do you know what? They're all cults, right? Like
Oh, for sure.
because I guess the point of the first couple episodes is that you're watching Joe Exotic. He has like his people. One of them literally got their fucking arm torn off. And they're like, no, yeah,
And
I want to keep
she
working.
spent the whole time like,
Just
this
cut
is
it
a
off.
great place. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want it. Like,
Just
I
cut
want
it
to go
off.
back to work. These tigers need to eat some grub, dude.
3 years to have a workable arm? Nah, fuck
Yeah.
that. Just cut that shit off. It's a cult. It really.
Oh, yeah.
It's
All
a
of them are.
way better fucking cult than all the other two. Because that other one, the fucking
Oh, what's his name?
Bogdan
Dr.
Bogovich.
Yeah, we should have
Means, like,
I should have wrote
God or
this down.
something.
Yeah.
He-
The one guy with like the older guy with the long hair.
He's a literal harem, like an anime style fucking harem.
Yeah, he has like. I'm pretty sure one of his girls' name is called Gina, not Gina, like Gina.
And then like Mana or
He's
Mala,
he's got a bunch of girls. They all fuck him.
they changed their biological names,
Yeah.
and they get paid $100 a fucking week.
The more shit
I guess
that
they
they
get a
do for
house,
him, the
but-
more like they bone him, and the more they do, the
Yeah.
more time they get to spend with the tiger cubs, which is what all this is about. If for people who haven't heard,
Do you know
which
what's
is pretty impressive.
Do you know what's crazy about that though? Like we were hearing the whole story of that bug, whatever, from a girl's point of view who got out of it.
I need to look this up now.
I think it's Bhagavan, yeah. You were hearing the point of view from that lady, right? The one who, like, her dad was like, oh, don't go and join this, he's kind of funny. The thing is, she got out of it, but you can hear in her voice she wants to go back.
Oh yeah, like
Like,
she's not.
How have these people done this? Like, how are there 3 separate cults in this obscure fucking tiger ring that are just all successful, and they somehow have managed to convince their members to be fucking willing and, like, happy?
I don't fucking know. Like they've clearly every single one of these people. Like if you are a fucking cult leader, I guess like these
Yeah.
people fucking are. They have a way with people.
Yeah.
And every Joe Exotic. His fucking name is like interesting. Like
He
everything.
convinced 2 straight people to fucking marry him.
I
How
know.
the fuck do you do that?
I have no fucking idea.
That is
Bhagavan,
insane.
Doc Antle.
Yeah.
Bhagavan, that's right. So, every single one of them, they're all in the effort to try and conserve the tigers and the big
Yeah.
cats and all that type of shit. That's why it's called the Tiger King, because that's what Joe Exotic, they were filming a TV show about him because he's a fucking, like, literal gold mine for
Okay.
footage.
Did Joe burn down the studio? Kind of spoilers. Do you think he did?
Yeah.
They never wrapped that up but I guess
I think he did.
that is so sad. That guy was so crushed. Like whatever, fuck Joseph something.
Oh, the director guy? Or
Yeah, fucking Westworld snakeskin boot dude who like
yeah.
went through 3 different like looks. Like he looked like some dude you'd find sipping brandy at a bar or something, and he's like a cowboy. Like he's a weird dude. Like
He's eccentric.
yeah.
But I think he did. I think he was in. Finally, he realized he was in too much hot water with all the fucking stupid shit that he had done, and he had the perfect time to do it. Right? He said
Yeah.
he was going away for a funeral, and then while he
Perfect alibi.
perfect alibi, no one was looking for him, and he burnt. Well, he might not have, but the studio which had all the footage for his show and all the fucked
Yeah.
up shit that he had done was burnt down in a clearly arsenic
It
fire.
lined up pretty well as well, since he had an argument with the like the
Exactly.
director guy. Like there was probable cause and everything. Like
It's too convenient.
yeah, it worked out really goddamn well for
Yeah,
him.
he definitely gained the most from it out of anyone
Yeah.
for it to happen, and it was purposely lit. It was arson guaranteed. They said.
The thing is, there's still footage. Like it wasn't even that effective. There was still
Yeah,
footage.
I didn't understand that, because was it a case of? So there was 3 levels of filming, right? If I'm not wrong,
That's
like there was-
everything about this is crazy.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Because there's the surface level, which was just the guys in the zoo filming Joe for the internet show. Then there was the guys who were filming the TV show, The Tiger King.
Yeah.
And then there was the Netflix show.
They were behind the scenes
That was
for
beh-
the production show.
Yeah.
That's where the footage we have comes from. And then Netflix, there's 4 levels of
Yeah.
filming.
Like what the fuck?
yeah.
Like this is so nuts. Like someone in the midst of all this was like, at Netflix was like, oh, we have an opportunity here
Yeah.
as well as the guy who it might have been that one. I forget fucking hell. I'm so terrible with names. I need to look these up if I'm going to talk about them on the show. But you guys know, you've all watched it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Or you should watch it.
You
'cause
should
it's
fucking
really
watch it because it's
good.
goddamn
Yeah.
like. If you're bored and don't know what to watch during this quarantine,
It's
this will
insane.
keep you fucking interested.
It is
I guarantee
crazy.
you. I guarantee you. And the guy who picked up Joe Exotic for the show, that the guy who looks like he's made out of leather,
Yeah.
he wanted to do that TV show first. So, and then when the whole thing got burnt down, I wonder if maybe he went to Netflix, and then he was like, "There's something fucked here. I want to guarantee that some more footage is being done." Like, I don't know. I want to know how this happened.
Didn't it start with someone saying they met Joe Exotic? Like, I thought it was when the Netflix people met Joe Exotic at like a pet store, and he was like, "Hey, look at this! I got some snakes in my van." Isn't that how Netflix got involved?
Yeah. Man, this story is so fucked. Like,
Yeah.
it's the worst part about it was like nothing happened to the cats. I didn't.
That's the bad part.
That's the
What?
bad part
What?
because it is the bad part because all this shit happens is for the cats, right? It's for the animals.
The cats ended up like recently. They're like 89 of his tigers are in a proper wildlife sanctuary
Okay,
now.
well that's good because
I thought you were saying you were sad nothing happened to them like bad. I was like, what the
No,
fuck?
I'm sad that like because all these guys are fucking jerking each other off.
Yeah.
Oh, well, not jerking each other off. That means a good thing.
Some
but
of
like,
them are.
well, some of them
Yeah.
are. Yeah. But like, they're all trying to fucking battle each other for like the rights to own these cats. It's like just don't fucking own them, dude.
Yeah.
You know how many was in captivity at the end? They said it was like 10,000.
They're making a lot of money from them though.
I know, but who fucking cares?
Probably them.
Find a real job.
I don't think they can. Look at him. Who the fuck is gonna hire Joe Exotic?
I don't fucking know. He can talk his way into a job interview. Have you seen the man? He's interesting enough.
Unfortunately,
Imagine
yes.
him bagging groceries at the local, I don't know what an American store is.
Walmart.
Yeah. I couldn't think. I was thinking Tesco, but that's not fucking. That's
It's
English,
British,
isn't
bro.
it? Yeah. But it's a fucked story, and I was just wanted something nice to happen to all the cats because what is the definition of like
Insanity.
of an of an endangered species? Like, is there a number?
I think it's based on
I
like
thought it was 10,000, and I saw that there was 10,000 of these cats in America. You could literally bring tigers out of extinction, like, because they are endangered at the moment. They are
Yeah.
endangered tigers. And if you put them all out into the wild, you could fix the problem.
I always thought it was based on breeding rates. Like if they have like a falling trend of breeding rates, they're considered endangered.
Yeah.
Because you can get 10,000 cats together and have a wild party, and then there'll be more cats.
Yeah,
So,
wild party
yeah.
indeed, it would be. But, like, oh, fuck, man. You know what made me the most, like, cringe out of all this?
Yeah.
Out of all this, the part that stuck with me is when they opened that pizzeria and I found out that they were using all that fucking old stanky ass meat on the
my god,
pizzas.
that
was fucked.
He fucking said that to a camera crew.
Yeah.
He
He had like the amount of shit that he got himself in
Can
by
you
speaking to
imagine-
these cameras is ridiculous.
Can you imagine what he hasn't told the camera crew?
I don't think there is anything. He had cameras on him 24/7. Like, he loved it. He loved that shit.
The footage that got burnt. What the fuck was on that?
I don't want to know, man. I really don't. Because, okay, again, for those who haven't seen it, they used to go, was it Walmart's? I think it was
Walmart,
Walmart's.
yeah.
They would just give him, like, off meat that they couldn't sell.
It wasn't even that. It
or
wasn't
meat
even that.
That was, like, put into a cart, and then the guy was like, oh, I don't want this anymore, and they have to throw it out after that.
That's crazy as well, because I guess America are, like, crazy about customer service. Like, in Australia, that doesn't happen. Like,
Well, okay, it does happen if you were to return the meat.
yeah.
If you got to the end of the line and said, oh, actually, I don't really want this anymore, we would take it and we would put it back.
If it's compromised.
If it's compromised, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If anyone has tampered with it, if it's been
Yeah.
opened, if it's been taken home in any way, you could put a needle into something easily enough without us noticing. So if it comes back and we return it, we'll take it, but then we'll write it off and we'll fucking bin
Yeah.
it or something like that, right? It's not going back
Yeah.
on the fucking shelf because that's goddamn
Yeah,
suicidal.
Willie Turley does that as well.
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
okay,
But they would collect fucking truckloads of this off meat, and to save money, they would use it on their pizzas. That they opened a pizzeria and they used it on their pizzas.
I think they were saying they literally raided Walmart's dumpsters. Like it wasn't a proper deal.
Oh, it wasn't?
I think I might be wrong, but I think they were literally raiding the dumpsters of Walmart for this meats.
That was a lot of meat, though.
Walmart's are fucking huge, dude. And
Well, that can't be just one, though. That can't be just one.
they had a crew of people. There were like 3 people in the truck. Like I can imagine them going around to every Walmart
Doing the
hitting it.
daily scoop.
Yeah, that's probably like 3 jobs.
You know
right
what?
there.
It probably makes more sense that they would do that because
They can't.
it's free
Walmart
that
can't
way.
legally do that because they would be responsible for like poisoning people. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they can do
Well,
that.
maybe if they could convince him it was only going to the cats.
I think there's a liability issue involved there. So
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. But anyway, I don't want to spend too much more time on that. It's very fucking interesting. We realize how important of a asset we are during this quarantine.
Do you remember-
us being so goddamn interesting?
sorry, let's. I just want to mention one part. Do you remember how they were talking about? Was his name fucking Scooter? Was it the meth mouth dude who was bald? The first boyfriend of
Oh,
Joe?
I don't think his name was Scooter, but yeah.
Do you remember how he had missing teeth?
Yeah.
They were talking about him like, oh, these kids, they're just on meth. Only meth would cause teeth to be rotting, and then it immediately cuts to a
him-
close up of his fucking
of him
teeth.
smiling, yeah.
Yeah, that is so
That
fucking
was so
funny.
fucking funny, yeah. There's a lot of like, the fucking when that lady got her arm bitten off and he goes, I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
Yeah,
Like
my
that
God.
got memed the fuck out of now. But like that's your
Oh,
first thought.
Another one as well. Do you remember when Hillary Clinton was like, oh, I didn't feed my... Well, Carol, but
Yeah.
she looks like Hillary Clinton. She really does.
Not really, but
It is insane how they got a fucking dead ringer for her in that rap video. That,
Yeah.
like, music video, whatever it was.
yeah.
I thought it was her. Like, I was like,
It
oh, what?
definitely fucking looks like her.
But the one thing I remember how she was saying, like, because it's not a spoiler, but a part of it, they're insinuating that she fed her husband 2 tigers, right?
yeah, we never mentioned Carol through all this.
Yeah.
She's the
Because
opposition.
you think she's like the main part of it, and then it just spirals out of control.
I
into...
think every single one of them is doing illegal shit, and every single one of them is fucked.
But you think the main antagonist of the story is Carol, but then it turns out to be Joe himself.
Yeah,
Joe fucks Joe.
This fucking entire story has the most twists of anything I've ever seen
It's
in my
crazy.
life.
It never stops.
You couldn't make a TV show or a movie that had this many twists and turns genuinely.
Yeah,
because you can't make this up.
This thing I want to talk about with Carol, right? She was saying how would you even get like a tiger? Like, how would I even feed my husband to a tiger? Like, how would I do that?
Yeah.
And then there was that one part where Joe gets dragged by a tiger. He's like, someone put perfume in my boots.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Carol saying like, oh, you need to coat someone with almond oil or something to get them to eat him. Like, okay,
Yeah,
sure,
sardine
Carol.
oil.
Sardine oil. She
Yeah.
literally says that.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't even pick up on that
Yeah.
because my brain is trying to compute every single thing happening that I can't
Yeah.
remember back to an episode before because this episode 18 things have already happened.
That was fucking wild. He pulled out his like 6 shooter. He was just shooting around. No one was helping him.
I just fucking stopped when that happened. I was just like, I did not expect
I think
that.
they stopped the music. It was just a long shot of him going, pshoo, like, fuck you, gosh, you be doing that. Bam,
Yeah.
bam. That was fucking wild.
Yeah, I didn't know if he had shot it at first. I was like, did he just without like a single second of thinking, just cap this fucking tiger?
It looked like it.
But he didn't. He just shut the ground around it to scare
He
it.
was shooting like next to their fucking heads. They
It
came
was
towards
fucking
him.
close. It was very.
That was
fucking
insane.
close. I think his intent might have been to kill them.
I didn't think
But-
he would kill the tigers.
Well, he did. He killed 5 of them. They found him on his property.
Well, yeah, but that was
You
euthanasia.
euthanized them,
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyway, it's a good fucking show, as you can tell. We've had a great fun talking about it. Definitely watch it once you're done listening to the entire Split View catalog.
Yeah.
Then have a listen to all
And
the Flick View,
yeah.
and then go and watch Tiger King because you will have a great
Yeah.
time. Although it will be disappointing compared to the amazing quality that we have here at Split View. All right, let's talk about today's topic. Let me just get up me
Oh,
notes.
that wasn't the topic?
No, that was just one of my
Okay.
extras.
That's cool.
I have a bunch of other extras here. How much are we at for time already?
We're about 20 minutes.
Fuck. All right. I'm gonna briefly talk about this and then talk about some other shit. 'Cause,
Okay.
You know, my philosophical subject for this episode is guns
Cool.
because we have a pretty clear view on it. But again, when
We as people or we as Australians?
people as people, just in general,
What does that mean?
like, just why? One of my questions is why did we
Like our personal stance on guns or Australia's stance on guns?
our personal ones,
Yeah.
and then I want us to think a little bit deeper into why we feel the need to even own them anyway.
Okay.
So I already know that we are. I don't know if you're pro guns. Actually, you're not, are you?
I like the mechanics of guns, but I think it's too dangerous.
Too dangerous
Yeah.
to own. Yeah. Okay.
I think
So-
no one really needs a gun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's sort of what I was aiming for here. I agree with you here, but the problem is that not everyone agrees with me here, right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to get into the psyche, I guess, of someone who like feels the need to own a gun.
Okay.
Right?
Small penis,
Yeah.
large Hummer.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
You mean a truck? They need a truck,
I got myself
12 gauge.
a Rouse engine and lifted truck suspension.
Yeah, man, I got them the big headlights that looks like a collapsed sun.
I blind people in daylight because I have a small penis.
Yeah. I can't even fit into one spot at the
Yeah.
grocery store. I need to fit into 8 spots.
For some reason, my tires are bowled on the right side. I don't know why.
Technically, I drive a 4-wheeler. I drive a truck, but technically it's called a tour bus. It's so big that they have to qualify it as something else.
It has to be legally registered as a tour bus in the state of Florida.
In the state of Florida, yeah. But okay, again we're picking at Americans.
Yeah.
But you guys are the ones that have the guns, and is there any other than like fucking, dare I say, like Iraq and stuff where there aren't really any laws about it? There is, but they just kind of get ignored. Are there any other places which actively have guns that like is in the same sort of realm as America?
Russia, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds about right, actually.
Germany?
Russia. I don't think Germany does.
Germany make a fuckload of guns, though. Like,
Well, so we make guns as well. Like,
we make like three,
they're not many, but like
brands of
every
guns.
fucking country makes guns. That's just a thing. Like, it's a good thing to buy because everyone needs an army.
Well, it's because of NATO. NATO, basically, you can. Glock got started like NATO. Like, essentially, NATO joined forces. They specify, hey, we need pistols that do this and this, and then companies will compete for a contract, and then US and whatever will be like, okay, I'll order $1 million worth of guns from you. So it's a lucrative business.
I think for a lot of people, right, we like VR here on the show.
Yes.
I think
Shooting is fun.
shooting is fun.
Yeah.
Like, if I've done it in real life, I've went to, I think it was Hamilton Island or something. You're allowed to shoot guns there. Shot a bunch of guns. It was good fun. But it was at a target, and I had a limit of like 3 rounds or something each, and the guns were like attached by like rubber bands so that I couldn't turn it on myself or on someone else or something like that.
I want to
Like-
talk about a sketchy experience I had shooting guns. So,
Okay, yeah.
me bio dad, he works at a prison. He carries a Glock and all that, and he was like, "Hey son," he doesn't speak like that anymore. He's like, "Do you want to go shooting today?" And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds cool." No, I've been shooting before at
He
Surface
took
Paradise.
you to the prison and just
No,
walked you
no,
through
no,
all
no,
the cells and like, your turn.
Okay, but I've been shooting kind of like how you described, like you go into like a small tight shooting range, and like it was in a fucking mall, and it has like chained, like it
Is
can
this on
only
the
move.
coast?
Surface Paradise,
Yeah.
You can only move like a centimeter in every direction, so there's like
Yeah.
no real aiming. And I was thinking like, oh, it's going to be like that. And this shooting I did in Surface Paradise, like $300 for like a single mag of like
Yeah, it's disgustingly
9mm,
expensive.
like-
Yeah, it's because it's not legal. I'm guessing that it's like harder
Yeah.
to procure it and import it. But
my dad was like, okay, let's go shooting. I was thinking it's going to be like that. We go to some like back alley kind of place in like, it's like a wine store or some shit. Like he was literally in like a winery. And we go to the back room, and he's like, okay, $75 for about, you get to use 3 different calibers. You have like 10 mags each. I was like, what the fuck? And it's not attached. It's just a gun sitting on the table.
what?
And like a tiny, there's only one dude on his phone in the corner. Like he's the safety, like the firearms manager dude.
what?
And we did have to like my dad did have to like submit his paperwork for his fucking
Sign his life away and stuff. Like,
his firearms
Yeah,
license says from the prison. So like I wouldn't have gotten in there without. I guess it's good.
you're under the advisement of someone who is trained to use firearms, I guess.
I think
That's probably why they were so lax, because he was probably maybe even
now that
able
I-
to teach shooting.
now that I think about it, the general public probably is not being let in. But
yeah.
yeah, that was kind of a weird experience I had. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, that is interesting. But I guess I'm just wondering, like, as I don't feel the need to own a gun ever. I don't think there's, like, if
Yeah.
I got broken into my house, like, that fucking sucks. Like, of course it does. There's no way around, like, for me to say that that's a good thing. But I don't think I would feel better if I had a gun or not. Like, if they had
Yeah.
a gun and they're trying to steal my shit, I'm not going to try and gunfight them. Like, that's not something I want to do.
Don't fight them.
You know what I mean? Like, just, like, get into, like,
Yeah.
push my bed up so it's like a fucking James Bond film. I can use that as cover and peek around the side and try and pop him off.
I like.
I'm going to give you the fucking TV or whatever it is that you want. Like, you know, there's insurance for these things.
I've thought about this as well. I don't like guns in terms of killing people, and I think a lot of gun owners like, you know, do you know Demolition Ranch, that one YouTube channel, like FPS Russia kind of shit? They
Yeah.
don't. They like guns in the context of, hey, it's
It's just fun.
it's cool. Yeah, it's a cool machine that shoots bullets really accurately. They're not ever thinking about shooting people. Like,
No.
I like guns because they're fun
That
to
being
shoot.
said, I would love to see someone try and break into FPS Rush's house.
He doesn't
Actually, he doesn't have any guns anymore.
Yeah.
But-
Well,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any guns
Yeah.
anymore, with quotes, you know?
yeah.
But yeah, like the whole point for most people is just as it's sort of like a hobby, right? Maybe you use it for
Yeah.
hunting. But there are people out there who says, I need a gun so that I can protect myself. There's people that walk
Yeah.
around fully strapped just in case someone
Open carrying a fucking AK like on their back in a
Yeah.
Starbucks. Like, what the
like
fuck?
just in case, I don't know, they get
Yeah.
held up and then they need to be the fucking vigilante.
Here's
who-
the thing. It's a bit of a paradox in America, since you can't remove the guns from America at this point.
No.
If you start removing guns, the people with guns are going to have more power than the people without guns.
Yeah.
So there is really no solution to America's problem. Whereas in Australia, nobody, like, you have to have a license. You have to have a reason to have a license, I think. Like,
Unless you're a police officer or someone in the government, you don't have a gun.
I don't think you can even apply for a license if you don't have like a
No,
gun,
if you don't
a
have
job
a
that requires it.
reason to have a gun,
Yeah.
and you don't issue it yourself. Like, if you join the army or you join the police, you
Yeah.
get issued one.
Yeah.
You don't get to just, hey, I feel like I'm able to have a gun here. And they're like, well, we'll consider your application. It's just like, no, you don't fucking need a gun.
Yeah, like, I don't even know where the fuck I would even buy a gun in Australia.
You can't.
Even if I had a license, I have no idea where
You can't even do airsoft here without having proper licenses.
Apparently,
and shit.
that's going to change kind of soon, which I'm glad, because airsoft is cool.
There was one time as a kid, I bought an airsoft gun off eBay.
I remember this, and it didn't show up.
Well, it didn't show up because
Yeah.
my dad got a call from fucking like border security.
Yeah.
And had to say, yeah, my son who is like 12 bought an airsoft gun because he thought it was cool. Can we please not go to prison?
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, that's fine. So we just wore the cost of that or something,
Yeah.
I think. But I don't know. It's I don't think there's no need for it. There's no need for it. If
In
you took
Australia,
away-
no.
If you took away all the guns in America, you would have to have a full fucking months and months and months of police officers knocking on doors, confiscating guns.
It'd be impossible. It really would.
People would hide them. It would take so much man hours for that to actually happen.
Yeah.
That it can't happen.
There was the buyback that happened in Australia like a while ago where the government were like, hey, we give you money for your guns. So that got rid of most of the guns, but like, I guess guns back then were like big ass fucking like cowboy loading rifles with like little like can opener like stock thing.
Yeah,
But, yeah, like Australia's basically devoid of guns, and I think not having guns in Australia is fine because no robber is going to have a gun in Australia. Like that's unheard of.
Yeah.
Whereas in America,
you can go to Walmart and then hold up that same Walmart.
yeah,
Like, you can, in the same setting, because you could take one
Yeah.
off the wall and then point it at the register. Like,
so in Australia, guns bad idea. In America, like that's a bit of a gray area. Like for protection, like you were saying, like it's Americans have this weird, like, vigilante kind of idea in the head of, like, if someone breaks into my house, I'm gonna fucking shoot
Yeah,
him.
we don't call 911.
Yeah.
I call my fucking 357, and I'm gonna call it right into your fucking head.
Yeah. And they think they're gonna be like fucking Action Man, spring up and then tap the
Action
foe in
Man,
the
yeah.
head. And I maybe, but more,
Like, when it really, really comes down to that,
yeah,
there is a man who is in your house, your safety net, your
surprising you.
surprising you. Are you really going to rationally think enough to go under your bed or in your side drawer, take out your gun, possibly load it? Most of them are armed and ready,
Yeah.
so you don't have to worry about that. You can just point, right?
Yeah.
But are you gonna have the fucking nards to do that? I don't know. I wouldn't, but I don't own a gun, and I am quite a peaceful homie.
I have a crowbar that I keep for like home protection. Not that I
A
fucking
crowbar,
need it. Yeah,
Gordon Freeman.
pretty much. I sprayed painted it orange. So
I remember that actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, like more. I don't think a robber really wants to kill someone in the house. Like, what's probably going to happen is if a robber wanted to kill you in America and he had a gun, he'd probably just take you out while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, well, the
yeah.
intent for robbery is never to kill someone, because that makes it
Yeah.
infinitely harder. Like, because you at that point, if you can just get in and get out without alerting anyone, that's what you would do. But if shit goes tits up, then you need to shoot them, right? That's why you would carry the gun. Because if not, that's one more hand you could be carrying cash with, you know?
like most Americans probably have insurance, and I'm guessing like. Do
I
you
don't
really
know.
like your shit that much to die for it?
Yeah, like,
You know?
it's at that point, it's not even worth it anyway.
Yeah.
You might as, like, you can get some money back for it. Like, anyway, I am, and we both kind of are, because we don't live in America, speaking with somewhat amounts of fucking, like, we don't know.
Bias.
Bias, yeah. And we don't know the ins and outs of the
Yeah.
American economy or anything.
No.
But-
nor do I.
No, yeah. And it's just, from an outside perspective, it seems like this crazy, like, war zone half the time. Like, just the amount
Yeah.
of school shootings, the amount of things that just, it's like a weekly thing.
There's
that
an argument.
that we don't even get fucking surprised about it anymore when someone goes and shoots up a school, because it happens so much.
Yeah, here's an argument, right? So school shootings would be way less effective if you didn't have access to firearms.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
So,
that
yeah.
should be enough. Shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be enough?
But then it's a paradox. It all 100% boils down to a paradox, because then the argument to stopping school shootings is like, I'll stop a gun terrorist with my gun.
Yeah.
So I need a gun
Guns
to protect.
kill guns.
Yeah, like I need a gun to protect me from the people who have guns.
Well, it's like
It's a
okay,
paradox.
Just try, because this is going to upset some people who listen to it. Just will. This, like, probably all our episodes do, upset someone. Like, 'cause that's the whole point of the show, kind of.
Yeah.
But like, we like, I just think about it. If you're a gun-toting American, right, or just anyone who has a gun in any country, just really think about the necessity of your firearm. Like, if I don't think they would do the buyback. I think they would just confiscate it.
I think there's been talks about it.
Like, I don't know. I feel like the American system wouldn't want to handle, because there's so many.
How would you wouldn't even be like, it'd be impossible to confiscate them, you know?
Yeah, there's so many compared to Australia.
Yeah.
Like, it would be so fucking hard. But anyway, it's just something that's always perplexed me, like the need to have one. I can understand wanting one if you're just in your backyard shooting cans, or like, just, I guess, quote unquote, having fun with it.
Yeah.
I don't even think you should have fun with it, because it takes one mistake and you've killed someone.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. Incredibly dangerous.
Like, one mistake and you've ended a life.
The amount of deaths that happen because people shoot guns in the air to celebrate.
Oh my God. Do you remember that one fucking YouTuber? That was this, like, this
book?
couple. Yeah. This couple, like,
I'm gonna stop a 357 Magnum with a book.
was it a Bible or something? It was a thick ass book.
It was like a dictionary or something. Oh no, it was the Yellow Pages. That's what it was.
yeah.
I think so.
Was it the girl or the guy who had it?
The guy, and then the girl was shooting this fucking
So for a bright viral
Magnum.
video idea, this couple decided
in front of the kids.
in front of the kids.
Yeah.
This guy was holding the Yellow Pages
Up
and
to his chest.
up to his chest, and the girl had a 357 point blank
Not even point blank, further away because it'll build up speed. Like, maybe like a meter apart.
Okay.
I think.
It wasn't very far apart. And she just killed him. Because a fucking phone book can't stop a... You don't mix stupidity and guns.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
357 cartridge is fucking massive. Like,
Yeah.
it is a...
I shot a revolver. I can't remember. I think it was a 357. It seems like a little bit much power.
Yeah.
It seems a little bit too high, but I think it was a 357.
If it hurt your wrist, then it would be
hurt my
350.
wrist shooting it.
Yeah, it would
like,
be.
and it was fucking loud and fucking intense to shoot
Yeah.
that thing. That's... You don't need that. I can see why some guns are called hand cannons, because if it gets any more fucking like a deagle compared to that,
Yeah.
it's like, what the fuck do you need
Here's
that?
the thing as well. So, say guns are vital for protection. Do you need so many varieties of guns? Do you need, like you said, a fucking hand cannon? Like, why wouldn't just like a 9mm or like a 45 do? You know, like,
Yeah,
do you
like-
really need to be able to?
Do you need your fucking sword off? Do you need that?
Yeah. Well, do you need as a normal American citizen be able to buy a fucking like Barrett 50 cal like fucking BMG?
Yeah, like why do you need that?
yeah.
Like, sure, it's for sport, it's for hunting, it's for whatever, right? You can tell
farmers need
yourself
shotguns.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, it's just really think about it, because
Yeah.
if just think about, consider the idea of a realm where we didn't a land where we didn't
Yeah.
have guns except for armies when we needed it, right? Just consider that, right? You would
Yeah.
have so many more prosperous lives because of it. Like,
I've heard the argument of like, even if something's banned, people still find a way to get it right.
oh, like that, you will never have there's guns in Australia, there's guns everywhere,
It happens in Australia. Like,
there's drugs everywhere.
I said
There's-
before, it's rare for a robber to have a gun, but it can happen.
It can
Like,
happen.
really fucking dumb idea, and like a robber wouldn't really need it. But in Australia, like it does happen where like 1 in a million like robbers or vigilantes or whatever the fuck criminals will have a gun
Yeah.
illegally. You know, so
And that being said, if that happens and they get caught, that's another charge on them.
Yeah.
That's another reason not to do it. You got the
it's like
breaking
life
and
in
entering.
prison right there.
Yeah, you got breaking and entering. You got the possession of a firearm. You
Yeah.
got the whatever, however much they stole, and all that type of shit. But it brings me to one other thing which I sort of found interesting, which
Yeah.
was when something goes wrong, right? Say you've not accidentally, or someone dies, right? Why is it that we respect dead people more than alive people?
What does that mean?
Think about it, right? Think about it. If you...
What is the difference between an alive and a dead body, Geordie?
Well, lots of things.
That's what you're asking me right now.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying...
That's essentially what you're asking me.
Okay. Try and apply some thought to it.
I am,
like-
Geordie. Funnily enough, I'm thinking about it.
No, you're not thinking about it.
Why
Like,
is it that alive people are valued less than dead people? Isn't
no,
that
why
strange?
are dead people valued more than alive people?
That's what I said, just backwards.
Anyway, if you think about it, right? You mentioned someone, like, you just don't care if when people, like, you take it for granted when someone's alive, and then all of a sudden when someone's dead, that's when you care about it.
Geordie, I think this might be a little bit of a game theory, but I think it has something to do with sad people
Well,
and trying
No,
to
because
commemorate their loss. Trying to remember the good times.
Yeah, but
not wanting to be like, hey, that guy's dead,
okay,
he was an asshole,
that
whatever.
works if I died. But, like, if someone... that-
If, Geordie, when?
Well, okay, yes. If you are, say, you're just in high school, right? Some guy you never really spoke to, he dies, right? All of a sudden, you find people that start to care about him.
Say a high school child dies at your school, and then your people in your friend group suddenly were like, oh my god, I cared about this person. They go in
Exactly.
and they spend a fucking day in the hall being like, oh, so sad, I can't work right now, I'm so sad about this person I've
Stuff
never met.
like that. Like,
This happened.
yeah, that happened to us. We had... Anyway, I'm not going to go into this because this is a little bit beyond what I really feel like talking about.
Okay, cool.
But, like, it's what people don't need to hear about either. We, I don't know, I've just sort of thought about the fact that when people die, it's like all of a sudden you can't talk about them anymore. And it's, you know, you don't say that about him. Like, he could have been a fucking rapist, but like when someone dies, all of a sudden they're just like, you don't say that about him. Like you have to respect.
Everyone does good things in life. Everyone does bad things. Maybe it's better for the people who are sad about the people who have died to only remember the good things, Jordy.
I guess. I don't know. I didn't have too much in that regards that I wanted to talk about.
It's such a wild question to ask. Like,
don't think of it as like
realize
such
how like surreal that question is?
It's so you're thinking of it so surface level though. Like you are. There's people.
No.
Okay, yeah, huh? But like it's
What?
surface level because they're below the fucking surface now because they're dead.
I didn't
Is that
even
your
think,
joke?
no.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking like, yeah, sure. I'm thinking about surface level, sure.
There's people out there who will understand what I'm talking about.
Dude,
You don't though.
I actually understand. I'm saying the strangity and like bizarreness of you just suddenly being like, why are dead people valued more than alive people?
Well, that was my segue because guns fucking kill people, and lots of people think this.
That is a weird thing to ask, though. Like it really is.
Anyway, let's segue off from that because I feel devalued by my opinion right now. And I don't want to talk about it
Jody,
anymore.
I don't know if you know, but
I'm going to
this
sip
podcast
this lovely
is...
twisted apple mother here.
Okay.
And you can keep talking.
This podcast happens to be about us kind of having different... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
thank you for
Jody,
literally living by the
I honestly,
the actual show
I do
here.
know what you're saying. Though.
Okay.
I do. Like, I really do.
Well, I've got a little bit of a fun topic to talk about now. I'm going to tell you about the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me because it happened to me yesterday.
Oh.
So this is going to be a bit of an uplifter for everyone here.
Sure.
Except me. I was working yesterday. I was a semi-long shift yesterday, so it was the end of the night.
I misheard you for a second. I thought you said
semi-long dick.
Shit.
Semi-long shits.
I was like, what does that have to do?
I don't have long. I have long shits. I do lots of shits. Anyway, it's that's just a soundbite that's out there now.
Fun fact about Geordie: he doesn't have long shits.
Fun fact about Geordie is that he shits a goddamn lot. That's true. You can vouch for that. I do shit a lot.
I diagnose you with bowel cancer.
Yeah, probably. But it was the end of the night. We're about to close. And who would walk through but one of my good friends from not the school that we went to, but the school that I went to afterwards for about 2 years to finish high school. Yeah. And I was borderline best friends with this person for about 2 years.
Is this the one that jacked off in your bathroom and told a friend about it and you wouldn't leave?
Yeah, actually it is.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't even remember that. Anyway... I hope one day that we have a Wikipedia and that's on mine. I would love for that to be on mine. One day, like, Geordie had a best friend and he got embarrassed the fuck out of by him.
How the fuck did I call that? How did I just know that was the person?
Because I don't have, like, many, like, good friends. The people that I like...
friends.
Like, the people that I fucking... who are my best friends, they're the only people I talk... I don't talk to other people. Right? Because I don't have the mental energy to deal with that many people. I just don't.
Okay.
So, like, whenever I talk about other friends, it's always, like, one or two people.
Sure.
Anyway, he walks in. I said, oh, hey, man, how's it going, bro? Like, it's been so long. And he goes, I don't know you.
You do look quite different.
I do look way different, actually. But, and
I don't know you. Go away. Please don't talk to me.
Why are you saying these things?
Do you remember when you jacked off my bathroom and told someone about it?
Sorry.
I remember that entire story. So essentially what happened is that one day, I guess he wouldn't leave.
No.
He wouldn't leave Geordie's house. And then he told someone at Geordie's school, hey, dude, I jacked off at Geordie's bathroom. Because that's something you tell people. And then that friend told Geordie.
Yeah, that wasn't very fun.
Why would you tell someone that? Hey, dude, guess what I did last Saturday? I jacked off in Geordie's house's bathroom.
See, I kind of I wasn't good friends with
Geordie,
everyone.
right now, I'm going to tell you I've never jacked off in your house. I want you to know that.
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
I appreciate it. I haven't jacked off in your house either.
I wouldn't even care. I honestly wouldn't care.
I have another funny story, but I'll save that for a later episode, shall we? Maybe as a special some point. But anyway, so he says, I don't know you. And I was like, oh, it's me, Geordie. Remember from the school that we went to? And he goes, I don't remember Geordie.
my house? You jacked off it?
I was like, dude, we were like best friends for 2 years. I kept saying shit like,
No, the stories you've told me, how the fuck was he your best friend? I'm gonna like reiterate what I remember of him, but how the fuck would he be your best friend, dude?
well, he was just the one that I spoke to a lot. He was like, he did a lot of stupid shit, but like, there was also a lot of like good shit as well.
The amount of times you would like, one day you'd
pick
like
the best people
you like
every now and then.
down and told me about this dude like for like half an hour, about all the fucking shit he's done at your house.
Okay, maybe best friend is the wrong word. I had people who I was closer with than that, but like, I just the part that fucking like every single time was like digging a knife more into my fucking chest or back.
Please
was
go
like,
away from me, sir. Please
I just kept saying shit that I would have thought he would have remembered because we only got out of school
Maybe it
like
wasn't
5
him.
years. It was him. It was him.
Okay.
It was definitely him. And I was like, yeah, man, we were like best friends for like 2 years or something. And he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, did you go to that school? And he was like, yeah, man, I just don't remember you. And I was like, fucking hell. And then I got called up to the registers. So I jump on the registers.
Oh, and he strolls up.
He comes up. And he was like, oh, hang on. Were you the one that we did?
I remember your bathroom. I jacked off in it.
No. No.
Okay.
He was like, are you the one that was in the band with me?
What?
Which was not me. So he's like trying to grab at straws to like.
He was trying to humor him. He's like, this guy's insane. I need to go check out. I'm just gonna make something
Well, there was
up.
another register open. He didn't have to go to me. I think he was like trying to vindicate himself by going like, oh, I remember you.
What if
He had literally been to my house at least 10, 15 times and he completely forgot me.
what if he did recognize you? He's realized who he is as a person. He's actually ashamed of what he's done.
Well, that would be nuts.
What if it's actually more awkward for him than it is for you?
That would be fucking true.
Yeah.
Like, that would, it was.
I'm gonna quickly tell me what Geordie told me about this guy and why this guy is not.
Right,
we got the jacking off story away, but
Yeah.
I remember I think you came over my house like the day after he was at your house or something, and what you said was that he came over and and you guys at the time were like, your mum was like, okay, only 1 can of Pepsi each or 2 cans
That's
of
still
Pepsi
the
each.
rule.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Don't want to fucking hoard all that
There's
Pepsi.
6 people in our house now, so.
But you told him that, and then he was like, nah, bro, it's okay. And he grabbed another Pepsi out of the fridge and said, here you go, bro. Like it was some sort of eldritch rule you cannot bypass, and suddenly he had the power to grab another Pepsi out of the fridge.
All this now.
And then the same day, he like didn't want to leave or something. He went into the bathroom and he just would not fucking leave. Like you could hear him on his phone or something like that. And you were like, you gotta leave, dude. And he's just like, no, it's okay. I'm just taking a shit, dude. I'm just taking a shit. And like this happened for like half an hour or something. He just would not leave the toilet. Maybe he was jacking off then, I don't know. But like,
Probably.
I guess your mum got involved at one point and was like angry as well. And he just would not fucking leave the toilet. That's what I remember. And this happened a bunch of times apparently.
Sorry, I think I just bumped the mic. I still am a very awkward person. I don't know how to like kick someone out or something like that and I also like to be by myself a lot. A lot of people know that probably because I don't know why you would know that, but it's just I like
kind of funny. This one time Geordie didn't talk to me for 3 years. He really likes being with himself, I guess, by himself. To be honest, I could have contacted you at any point. I just assumed you hated me. So
the funny thing is that like when I can't handle something, I just shut down. I don't know what to do. Like I haven't had any like, I don't know. I've seen lots of therapists and things over the years because I've had some trouble with the old brain
Can you really
piece
call
that I have.
that person a therapist that you went to?
No. By definition, I can't.
Legally, they cannot be considered a therapist.
Yeah. Oh my god. There's so many stories in here that like eventually if someone will go, hey, remember episode 23 where you mentioned that Geordie didn't have a psychiatrist? Can you elaborate on that?
Okay.
Anyway, we'll address it all in a big episode at some point probably because this episode is already going to run overhead because I have another topic after this that I want to talk about. it's yeah, I didn't know how to deal with anything, so I just cut people. I genuinely did this all the time. I just cut people out because it was more healthy for my head, and I thought that for me to just not deal with a problem from ever again from a person if they gave me a problem, and I regret it deeply because I missed out on so many good times.
If it makes
my
you feel
best friends
better,
because of it.
I'm kind of glad it happened. Like, I think we both grew as people, you know? Like,
Absolutely.
I made decisions and all that, and you made decisions, I guess. So
Yeah.
I can't really imagine if we didn't like stop talking, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I've done so many different things since then. So.
I think all these things tend to happen for a reason.
Yeah.
And the reason is that I cut people off. But like it's just
Okay.
that was sort of meant to be a haha joke at my brain, but
Ha ha.
haha, yeah.
Okay.
I've had some serious problems over the years with the old brain piece, and
Yeah.
I am still working on them to this day. I am by no means perfect. I never will be.
We
But,
appreciate you for who you are, Geordie.
Thank you. And it's this show is actually one of the things that is the only thing that, not the only thing, but one of the main things that keeps me from going batshit anymore, because it's like I have a
static
creative
point
outlet.
in every week.
Yeah, and I get to look forward to Mondays and new weeks every time, which I never did before. So it's very great.
Yeah.
But I have one more thing. What time are we at now?
I'm gonna leave it as a mystery. Just keep going, and
Okay, all right.
I'll rudely interrupt you and press spacebar, ending the recording.
Okay. So, one more thing to talk about. This is about to press spacebar. What I want to talk about, Tom,
Yeah.
is 5G causing the coronavirus.
I was literally. How the fuck would it? You get out of my head. Get out of my. I literally this morning fucking read that on my phone, and I was like, "That's a thing I should mention in the podcast." I was gonna make like an episode about it, like another conspiracy one, but actually good. But this 5G fucking nonsense makes no fucking sense to me because I'm an electrical engineer. I know how this shit
Tom
works.
knows this shit,
At
man.
a literal, I don't know how microwave works since that's fucking voodoo
Yeah, you
shit.
put it in, you press 1 minute, and you press go, and it goes.
Radio and microwave engineers are fucking like magicians. Like they
They caused the coronavirus, Tom. I think you mean.
I wouldn't know.
I think you can guess.
I work in circuits, wires, and like PCBs. Fucking RF engineers, they can chisel out like a fucking maze in a piece of metal, and somehow that's a fucking antenna and works as like some sort of frequency separator thing. It's literally voodoo. It's like magic.
Anything that is in a computer is magic to me.
This isn't even a computer. Somehow they've computerized a block of fucking metal to do its will at being a fucking like cell tower.
This shit, like satellites, everything like
Yeah.
that. It's fucking black magic that I don't even begin to know a thing about.
Here's the thing about 5G though. 5G is actually less powerful than any other cell network technology.
Really?
Yeah. 5G is fucking terrible range-wise. 5G
Oh, yeah.
cannot penetrate a piece of fucking paper.
Yeah.
It can't. So I don't know what the fuck these people are getting upset about. Literally,
I'll tell you, Tom.
us like the fucking wig they wear on their bald ass heads cannot fucking it cannot penetrate that. Like they're fine wearing a fucking wig.
Tom, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Well, you see, the first cases of 5G was tested in Wuhan, China. And as long
It wasn't though.
but it was alongside 4 other major places in China, like, you know, Hong Kong and all that type of shit. But we'll skip over that because that doesn't fit our story, right?
Nah.
So it's it starts in Wuhan, right?
Yeah.
And then where does it go? It goes to America, the US and A. It goes to the US and A, right?
I think Australia technically first.
Shut up, it's not right. It goes to USA, right? And then everyone else gets it there. And then, because America is the hub of the world,
Yeah.
everyone else gets it. Because, you know, they start erecting these 5G towers
Okay.
with terrible range.
Okay. Riddle me this. How the fuck
And
does
radiation sickness, Tom, you're not listening. The radiation sickness
Yeah.
is the same effects. You get the same effects as if you have the coronavirus.
No, it fucking
It's
doesn't.
the same effects,
No, it
Tom.
doesn't.
It's the same effects. And because you can spread radiation sickness, you see? You can do that because that's how it works, okay?
What?
This is the argument. That's the argument. That's it. Is that radiation sickness is similar to the effects of coronavirus, and that's how it's spreading.
Literally,
It's spreading.
Literally every single point of that is incorrect.
I know.
Literally, radiation sickness causes your fucking skin to fall off and your cells to stop.
And you can't spread it.
No,
You can't catch radiation sickness, you fucking
can't
morons.
build up. Yeah, that's literally everything about that is incorrect.
Yeah.
Literally. How?
Yeah.
Like, I saw a video this morning of a fucking insane lady going up to some like chav-ass like fucking telco engineers running fiber under the ground, being like, "Why are you running death wires under our grounds?"
Oh, death wires.
Yeah, like you're
Dope death metal
They call
band, by
them
the way.
death towers. They call them 5G death
There's
towers.
people burning them. There's people.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
There's
Yeah,
people
yeah.
going around burning the fuck out of these 5G towers, which all it's doing is giving you worse connection. That's it. You're not doing anything.
I don't get it. Why are they so upset about 5G specifically?
Because honestly, it's because the effects are on the same level of similarity to the coronavirus.
It's not though. It's
I don't make these rules. I blindly follow, Tom.
the only
Tom, look at the facts. Stop believing what everyone's telling you and believe what I'm telling
the
you.
only way you could get radiation sickness from a cell tower is if you put your fucking face onto the antenna
For an entire
and
day.
somehow bypass the interlocks that stop you from doing that.
Yeah. And then stood there for like a whole day.
Yeah, it wouldn't like. I don't even know if you would even get radiation sickness. You would just get sunburns. That's it.
Might I remind everyone that the phone or iPad or computer that you looked up these fake facts on is
Yeah.
already giving you that anyway.
4G already exists and is way more powerful than
Yeah.
5G.
You are literally getting small amounts of radiation from the fucking phone that you put up to your face anyway.
You are being constantly bombarded with radiation at every point in your life.
Literally.
Yeah.
You are not escaping it. You're a fucking idiot.
Here's a fact for you. If you could see radio waves, you would be blind.
Yeah.
You just would. They're everywhere.
Yep.
And not even just radio. EM fields. Everything that has an electronic circuit running through it and doesn't have proper shielding because it's not a medical device emits EM radiation, which is basically just static electricity, and that has more potential than 5G for harm.
Oh my god, this just reminded me of one more thing that I want to talk about before we wrap up. Probably is this is another stupid human thing.
Yeah.
With the coronavirus is while people are checking out now, they're using the backs of their knuckles to put the things in the pin pad because the germs don't like the back of your knuckles as much as they like the ends of your fingers.
Okay.
Like that, the logic just like I have to try and not laugh because they're like, oh, I even had one lady say, I'm not putting my pin in because I'm not touching the. I'm like, well, then you're not having these groceries, you fuckwit. She bought over $100. I don't know if the rule's the same everywhere. If it's over $100 and you use PayWave, you have to put in a pin.
Some banks, it's on the bank side, but some banks have actually allowed no limit, which is cool.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
I know
little
that
thing.
iPhone manages to bypass it completely.
Not just iPhone, that's a new thing in the EMV standard, or NDEF standard.
It's, anyway, all these people, they were like wearing the masks. They wear a mask but no gloves.
Yeah.
And they're worried about it. So they use the backs of their fingers or their like pink, like this part here. It's like, are you fucking stupid? Like, what is that compared to using your actual fingertip doing?
If
Nothing.
anything, it's closer to the rest of your body.
You were more likely to like wipe your head with that part than with your palm of your hand.
It's very odd. I see a lot of people as well just being like, no, it's fine. I don't. If I get coronavirus, I get coronavirus. It's like you fucking retard.
Yeah.
If you get coronavirus, everyone around you is exposed.
Oh, I had someone come in who was eating an apple while wearing gloves.
What a fucking bitch.
Just think about that.
I have coworkers, right, that I'm already like germophobic to a pretty significant degree. I if I touch anything unsanitary, I have to wash my hands and all that, and I have like literally in one of these drawers to the right of me a big bag of hand sanitizer. But my coworkers, some of them don't wear gloves, and they go out and collect trolleys, right?
Oh,
touch
that's
fuckloads of trolleys, and I'm like, it's probably good to wash your hands before and after doing trolleys and all that. Or they'll be wearing gloves, and it'll be like, no, it's fine, I'm wearing gloves. I'm like, okay.
Do you understand? Be listening to you because you're a supervisor anyway. But
when I'm not supervised, I'm not going around fucking commanding everyone to do shit.
Oh, is it just like every now and then you get a supervisor shift?
Like
I see.
I still have authority, and people still come to me to do like supervisor stuff. Like I'm still backup. But like people wear gloves and not wash their hands and not. They'll just be like, "Oh, I'm wearing gloves."
How did you put the gloves on? with your fucking hands.
Do you know what I see people do? I see people grab gloves, blow into them, put them on.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Cool.
Like, yeah.
Or like you said, they'll eat with their gloves on after working or
I
whatever.
saw a video on Reddit of some girl like eating chips on the train with her gloves on, like just putting her like hands to her mouth constantly and like touching the bags and the tray and
I want to
everything.
give a quick PSA about why you should wear gloves and what you should do when you wear gloves. So the reason why you're wearing gloves in this epidemic is so you don't get infected, because if you get infected, you'll spread it to everyone else. But when you're wearing gloves don't magically kill all the bacteria. You still have the bacteria in your hands, and if you touch something else, it'll spread that. Yeah. You're still spreading shit with gloves, so you should wash your hands even if you have gloves on. Yeah. You should maintain separation. If you're going to different sections in a place, you should change gloves or wash your hands. Absolutely. Because you have a responsibility not to spread this virus. You're probably not going to get sick if you're wearing gloves, but you'll make other people sick by transferring the virus around. Amen, brother. Before you eat, take off your fucking gloves, because you're literally just grabbing all that bacteria in your hand that you probably didn't wash correctly, and you're putting it into your mouth, so you're infecting yourself. So why the fuck are you wearing gloves? Oh, another thing I could see, people wearing masks with the nose off. Yeah, what the fuck? I was working in self-serve the other night, and I was like, oh, you're supposed to wear those with the nose on to some like random customer, because I don't think he knew, and he just like, just like nodded, like looked at me, just like, fuck you, buddy. Yeah. Like you know better than me. There's literally wearing a mask without putting it on the nose literally does. You might as well not be wearing a mask. Yeah, you just look stupid. Same thing with the gloves. It's meant to filter air in and out. Like, if you don't have the mask on, you're not filtering any air in or out. So there's no point in wearing a mask. The only problem you should have if you're wearing a mask is the one that I have. So you can't wear glasses if you have a mask because it fogs them up. Well, you can. You just have to put it on in the right way. But that was a problem that I didn't know how to fix at first. Let me give you a little pro tip, Jordy. Yeah. Most masks on the nose have little flaps in them. You can flip the flaps out and they'll go up to the tear ducts and then maintain a seal. Ours are just literally like a flat piece of... Or you can pinch it on your nose. They're pretty shit ones, but I still wear them because, Woolies isn't giving people masks yet because they don't want it to look scary. I figured that's why it took us a while for us to even get them. Yeah. But no, we have them now. But you have to keep changing them. We have so many because after about half an hour or so, there's no point in even wearing it anymore. It's just soaking in your fucking mouth fluids. Yeah. That like you should change it. So after a while, we have a bin full of like pure coronavirus from all of our gloves and masks and shit. Technically, after 24 hours, they're considered to be clean again since there's no chance the virus will live on there. Yeah, but I mean, we have like 10, some people do 12-hour shifts. Like, it's, But anyway, I think that'll do us for this episode. Yeah, for about an hour. Yeah, okay, cool. So, thank you all for listening. Stay safe, stay home. Okay, bye.